Kade joins me now to bring us up to speed with some of the things you've been talking about on X, former Twitter.
Absolutely. Big talking points this morning. Well, let's start with politics. The news was awash over the weekend up until yesterday. A statement made by the Minister of the FCT and former Governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, about the political situation in his party, saying that if anybody interferes in the politics of Rivers State, then he will throw fire to their states. Well, he said he spoke in a political context, but of course this has generated a lot of debate. In fact, we spoke to a former DSS official about the MO when it comes to issues like that, because people have been saying the DSS should invite him and question him for such statements. But he says that, well, they have a way of doing things. If at all, they will wade into that. So what does the PDP have to say about this, Jeffrey? We understand that the People's Democratic Party, PDP, sent a letter to Minister Wike,
requesting him to appear for, they have two committees they set up.
Yeah.
Disciplinary committee and reconciliation.
Yeah.
And they should be having their next meeting this month after the elections in Edo.
Right.
So with what is considered inflammatory statement made by Nyesom Wike over the weekend, they are saying, okay, maybe we'll start with you. Come and answer questions as to what you did. What you were trying to say.
Interesting days ahead, really. So he's meant to appear before that disciplinary committee regarding the allegations of anti-party activities and sabotage, essentially. So it's not just about that statement, it's about a lot of other things. But what did Nigerians say?
There are lots of them that need to answer questions about it. There was enough anti-party activity to go around in the PDP. In the last election.
You wonder what is going on in the PDP. Is it an annex of the APC, particularly what we've seen? But let's see what you're saying. We start with this comment from Kingsley Monday. It says, hope the PDP will do the needful. We'll find out what the needful means. When you overbear someone who thinks nothing can be done to him, irrespective of his or her faults, he will take off your eyes if possible. PDP, do the needful. Kingsley Monday, what is the needful?
So people have said that when Wike was governor, you can see how intense, aggressive, very, I'm trying to look for the word, who Wike is.
Yeah,
that some of the things he does now, he will not even tolerate a tenth of it if he was governor. And these guys, it looks like the Governors Forum of the PDP have now said enough of this.
Right.
Well, because that is the strongest pressure group in any political party. If they are for you, good for you. If they are against you, look at what they did to Jonathan in 2015. In 2014, they moved out of the party and Jonathan lost that election.
Literally.
So if the PDP governors have decided enough is enough, it's going to be a tough one for him, because he's a minister that can be fired. They are governors. So at the end of the day. So let's see how it plays out. But is there a word against his?
Right.
Because even the reconciliation committee and the disciplinary committee, there are some members of the party who don't even agree with the composition. They say it's one-sided
in the first place.
So there's a Wike and there's the Atiku end of this argument. Let's see. Ahmed Fuller Josh says, is not bigger than the party. He either honors the invitation or the party will have no other option than to expel him, and he can't do anything.
There you go. Abdullah is next, saying, when the general is weak and without authority, when his orders are not dear and distinct, when there are no fixed duties assigned to officers and men, and the ranks are formed in a slovenly, haphazard manner, the result is utter disorganization. And this is a lot of poetry, really, for politics. I love this, really.
Ben Samuel said, over the past few years, the PDP seemed to be handling issues with this organization of a village gathering, showing a complete lack of direction.
And Uwana asks a very interesting question that I've heard a lot of people ask, and here it goes. Isn't it ironic that the PDP is going after Wike for anti-party activities when the party itself has been riddled with internal conflict and betrayals? So this user says maybe they should focus on fixing their own house before pointing fingers. Says this looks like a move to silence a strong voice rather than address real issues within the party.
All right, well, the police has declared Mr. Wine, the Briton and Nigerian wanted for attempting to overthrow the government of Tinubu. So these are your responses. A Briton and a Nigerian. So Bakat Sin says, sometimes there are things which should not be made public. It could further erode the trust of citizens in what government says next time. This is a serious matter not to be trivialized through this medium.
There you go. And this next user has this to say about it. Let's take a look at that. It says, you know what? Let's move on to yet another issue. By the way, this is a big one. You can catch the exclusive we had with Britain on our social media handles and on YouTube, where he explained his own side of the story.
Him and his wife.
And his wife, exactly. So we'll see how that plays out. But let's tell you about another, expatriate, literally, who's also been caught in the web of sorts. And this is the Binance executive in court. We'd like you to watch this, and then we'll come back to give you reactions to this. Gambarian, trying to get help, it would seem, from the correctional service official, and he says, no, you can walk by yourself. The background to this is there had been concerns about Gambarian's health. Well, the correctional service came out a few days to say he's in good health. Right. So maybe this is a backdrop. He was using the crutches and was trying to get help from the correctional service official, who then said, no, you can walk yourself. Looks like you're healthy. So it's a back and forth. His word against the correctional service's word.
I think both of them know the full story. Yeah. But from public perception, they feel that if he needs help, give him help.
Right.
But we don't know whether he's pretending or he's really limping for real. Whatever exchange happened here, both of them know the best, but people are just feeling like this should be. So this is what Olumide Phillips says: humanity should always come first in our post of assignment.
There you go. And Sayago Guang John says, is it in their work ethic not to help inmates or what? Then look for someone who can do it. Sometimes this user says, doesn't understand how some people seem to lack professionalism in Nigeria. But you know, the last time there was help rendered, one of them escaped. So I don't know if this is also part of the backstory, but as Jeffrey said, everybody understands this.
We don't know what it is. So let's also tell about the gentleman who returned that $10,000. I think it's now 16 million, Abi, in an aircraft. If it was cleaning the aircraft and he found this $10,000, he's been rewarded and given double promotion. This is what you're saying, Obanla Yusuf. This is a commendable act. Giving him cash reward and double promotion would do his world some good, as well as encourage other citizens to embrace the act of honesty.
There you go. His name, Dan Kode, by the way. It was at the Aminu Kano International Airport in Kano where he found that money. And this next user says a good name is better than riches, and that's why we're saying his name. I won't be surprised if from here onwards, all his locked doors that were filled with testimonies will start unlocking. Amen to that. I love that.
Okay, one more before we let you. Now, Eniola Bolaji wins the first Paralympics medal for Nigeria. You know, some of us are big advocates for these people.
Yeah.
They have 3 billion and they're already giving us medals a few days into the Olympics. So congratulations to her. This is your, let's read some of your responses. I seek truth 007, that's your handle. A historic moment for Africa. Eniola Bolaji has become the first African to win a Paralympic medal in badminton. Her resilience and determination inspires us all. Great one. Fantastic.
We're all rooting for you, Eniola. And this next user is Kuti, K-U-T-I. Says, there you go. Nigeria is on the board. Time to keep winning. Let this moment carry on to other athletes as inspiration. It's a bronze medal, but I tell you this, after the experience during Olympics, even if it was the Earth medal, Nigerians will celebrate. So that's why we're big on this. Congratulations, guys.
We're super excited. So keep those medals coming. We'll be here to celebrate you. And that's part of what we were talking about today on the program, a para sport, how we can boost that sport and make sure to get us more medals at international tournaments like the Olympics. But we'll come back. That will be towards the end of the show. But for now, we'll take a quick break and come back to our very first conversation. Join us again.
It's on petrol, by the way, so stay with us.